Kareem Jackson is back with the Broncos just a couple hours after I was standing here talking to you guys about the possibility of K-Jack returning to Mile High. Well, now it is official as number 22 is returning with the Broncos. We're going to break it all down here on the channel. We'll get the details. We'll get the news for you. It's also another reason why you should subscribe if you haven't already. So if you're a first-time watcher, listener, and you're coming across this channel, we got the latest Broncos news and rumors for you, and we also get out to you quicker than anyone else on YouTube. So Mike Kliss tweeting out just as I was about to walk out the office door and enjoy my long weekend. Source confirms Broncos have re-signed safety Kareem Jackson on a 1-year deal. Don't have the money just yet, but I'm guessing it's vet minimum. And for how long he's played in the NFL and the other factors that go into it, 1 year, $1.5 to $2 million range. So not a big, salary cap eater right there, but likely a roster spot eater. And that's the thing you got to look at here. So we'll talk more about the news aspect of this in just a second. But I want everyone to weigh in early on the show. What's your one-word reaction to K-Jack re-signing with the Broncos? I'll give you mine in just a second, but take this as an opportunity to go down to the comment section and interact and let me know what you think, what your one-word reaction is. Mine is a veteran. I mean, that's what this move is. You're bringing a veteran back. George Paton looked at the roster from last season and said, all right, the clear and obvious position that needs to be upgraded is the quarterback. We did that. Check. Do we really need to change anything else? This was a team that was a 7-win team that had a very good roster. So I think he looked at a lot of pieces and felt, we don't need to actually change a whole lot. We got Russell Wilson. Let's kind of run it back. And so Paton has been in talks with Kareem Jackson's camp for a little bit now. And honestly, I spoke earlier today about this and thought it was kind of just GM talk. And I didn't really see a move coming back to make that happen. But there we are today. So he's entering it now. It will be his 4th year as the Broncos starting safety. He'll be next to Justin Simmons, and Caden Stearns sits in the wings for now, it appears. And we'll talk more about Stearns in a second. Let's kind of flash some stats your way here just to see what Kareem Jackson's been up to lately in Denver. Last season, 88 tackles, a sack, an interception, and 2 pass breakups. And for someone in his 13th season in the NFL, those are pretty good numbers. Most veterans at that point in their career, A, aren't in their NFL anymore, and B, if they are, they're not getting an interception, not in year 13 or 12. So shout out to K-Jack. Shout out to him for still being a productive defender and able to, stick around in the league because not easy to do. Listen, guys, if you ever want to get Broncos news and rumors quicker than any other service out there, any other channel on YouTube, this is the spot to do it. Make sure you got those notifications on, because if you're enjoying your Thursday night and you were like me about to head out to the bars maybe a little bit, and I was going to go play trivia, so now I can't play trivia. But that's okay, because make sure your notifications are on. That way when breaking news like this happens and the Broncos make a move, you got yourself covered and you never miss a single bit of Broncos free agency coverage. Let's look at the depth chart, though. So Simmons and Kareem Jackson likely going to stay starters together. Maybe this year it's more of a competition between Jackson and Stearns. That would be my thought. Caden Stearns, now the second-year guy out of Texas. He was Peyton's 5th-round pick, if memory serves me correct, a year ago. So it was pretty obvious that he was going to be the backup in his rookie season, and that's fine. But now maybe Johnson, Stearns, and K-Jack all have got a bit of a 3-way battle in August and September for that starting strong safety position. Low-key, I was kind of ready to see Caden Stearns. I liked him last year. Maybe I'm just alone on this one, but I liked what I saw out of him in preseason. And then when he got his opportunity in the regular season here and there, I kind of liked what I saw out of him. Now, I do have to say, when I watch Broncos games, it's usually with my producer, Jeff, who is a huge Texas guy. And so anytime he even sees Stearns coming out the sideline with the water bottles, he's like, look at that form right there. He's giving the water bottles out. He's making sure everyone's hydrated. That's what Longhorns do. So it kind of got engraved in my memory of Caden Stearns, good player. So I was excited, but I'm still excited about Kareem Jackson returning. This is a guy that's been a very productive member of the Broncos defense the last couple seasons after coming over from Houston. So if you're excited to see K-Jack come back to Mile High, type 22. Put his jersey number down in the comment section below. Let's show some love to Kareem Jackson. Let him feel that, we're excited to see him come back to Denver and play for the Broncos and hopefully be a part of a Super Bowl run with Russell Wilson in his first season. in Denver. Other free agency moves that Peyton has made. Let's run through the whole list here. Gregory, DJ Jones, Josie Jewell, K'Wan Williams, Tom Compton, Billy Turner. Turner and Calvin Anderson will be a nice battle for that starting right tackle position. Turner coming back to Denver. Calvin Anderson going the second year with the Broncos. Will be a fun battle to protect Russell's right side. Alex Singleton, as of right now, is going to be your starting middle linebacker with Josie Jewell. Deshaun Williams returns. Andrew Beck also. Eric Tomlinson now. He's going to come over from Baltimore and be more of your blocking tight end. I mean, look at that guy. He doesn't look like someone's going to beat you over the middle on a seam route. No offense, Eric. I bet you are one nasty blocker, but not necessarily a pass catcher. J.R. Reed is another safety. Listen, he is going to be a special teams guy. He's a roster bubble-esque already. Josh Johnson will be competing for the backup role with Rippon. Ben Braden, another just kind of volume depth piece on that offensive line. And now we add Kareem Jackson to the graphic. So welcome aboard, K-Jack. Happy to have you aboard. Now, this does do a couple things for Denver. It frees up a draft need for them. Safety wasn't necessarily at the top of their list. I did see, I can't remember who it was. Someone in the comments of the last video was like, hey, let's go draft that Maryland safety that everyone's talking about. Nick Cross, right? So now you don't have to get a safety most likely. It would be a little overkill to have Simmons, Kareem Jackson, and Caden Stearns, and, Johnson, Jamar Johnson. Yeah, you don't need another safety probably. So altogether, Jackson in his 3 seasons, and now will be his 4th season most likely in Denver. Pretty good numbers. 4 interceptions, 16 PBUs. I mean, like I said, he's a veteran. He's not a young pony anymore that's going to be jumping up and down. He's a little bit up there in the age column. No offense. I think he knows this too. It's like me. When I wake up in the morning, my knees hurt a little bit more than they did back in the good old days. So I like the idea of Kareem Jackson. I'm warming up to it, okay? I'm kind of talking myself into K-Jack coming back. Probably has one more good year in him. Now, if he sucks, different conversation. So, with that being said, what's the Broncos' biggest need now? Is it still, what I think, maybe offensive tackle? Somewhere on the defensive side of things? It wasn't like safety was the biggest before this signing, but it does free up a need. So, I still lean tackle and then edge because you have, how is this depth chart going to look on the defensive side, right? My first question is, where's Randy Gregory going to be under new DC Ejiro Evero? Is he going to be a 5 technique, part of that 3-4 up front, or an outside linebacker with Bradley Chubb? We'll see where they line people up, but we're just kind of spitballing here talking Broncos. So if you ever want to talk Broncos, by the way, make sure you subscribe to the channel because that's what we do here. We love talking about the Broncos, so make sure you hit that big red button. Join us on the channel. Never miss breaking news like Kareem Jackson re-signing. Producer Jeff and I hopping in the lab, getting a video out to you guys. ASAP Rocky. All right, that's going to do it for us. Maybe I can catch trivia. We'll catch up with you later with the latest Broncos news and rumors.